Hi everyone. I'm planning on not editing this video, so don't expect any cuts. Uh, Welcome to day 3 of Zelda Week. This video is supposed to be something different. It was supposed to be a Link everything, Super Smash Brothers everything, the Link episode. That's why I didn't post it in October, because I was saving it for November. But my USB drive stopped working, and you knew that because yesterday's video, Breath of the Wild episode, it was very not the most high quality. So I'm not gonna do the Breath of the Wild Super Smash Bros. Link everything video this week at all. Hopefully maybe December, but we'll see. I hope. Today I'm going to be giving you my thoughts on the Age of Calamity demo. I don't have a script, and I haven't even thought about what I'm going to say. So this is going to be very, very off the cuff. Now, for reference, I have not watched any of the cutscenes because I skipped all of them because I'm waiting to watch them for my first time when I'm doing my Let's Play of the game, which is coming out on Episode 1 comes out on Friday, so make sure to watch that. But I have played all the gameplay segments through, Chapter 1, and done all the little side missions. You know the little side mission? I don't know. I'll talk about those in a second. Well, I'm going to give you my thoughts on it, and, yeah, thoughts on the gameplay, obviously, not on the... You can tell I'm not editing this, or I didn't put a script to this. I won't be giving you my thoughts on the cutscenes because I haven't watched them. So let's get into it. Out of the 3 characters, I'm going to say my favorite is probably Link, just because I feel like I've played as him the most, and I know how to play as him the best because I've played him the most. But if I really got down to it, like if I were to, be as good as each other as all 3, I'm bad at saying words. If I put the same amount of time into each character, I might say Zelda's my favorite. Because I feel like her whole rune thing is so cool with the Sheik Slate and stuff. Well, I think there was a memory in Breath of the Wild where she couldn't figure out the Sheik Slate, but it's fine. It's a fun moveset, and even if they go a little off script from the original Breath of the Wild, it's totally okay. Impa, I really like playing as Impa. I'm just not good at playing as Impa. I am so bad as Impa. I've died so many times as Impa. Of course, only on very hard mode, because I played on normal mode, didn't die once. I played on very hard, died a couple times. It's very hard. I am a gamer, okay? But I'm just bad at Impa, so she's not my favorite. Only because I'm not good at her, and if I was good at her, I'm sure I would love playing as Impa, but I just don't, because I'm not good. Alright, I think you got my point. Let's talk a bit about, I don't know, the combat itself. I love just going, I love looking at the map and being like, alright, there's a outpost here. They were originally called keeps, but I'll call them outposts for this video, because that's what they're called in Age of Calamity. They're like, okay, outpost here. There's like a couple main outposts that you have to go to progress the story, but there's also some fun ones that you don't have to do. I always do those fun ones first, just because I want to do everything there is. So I'm like, alright, outpost here. I run into the outpost, huge stack of guys. If I have my A move ready, it's like my special move, I press it immediately, and then the outpost health goes down to like half. So much fun. I love just charging in with my character and basically murdering hundreds of little bokoblins or Lizalfos, depending on the, level. I promise I don't have it. Actually, I haven't taken an ADHD test. No, dyslexia. Oh my gosh. Anyways, that's I like how you have 2 buttons, Y and X. Y is your your kind of weak attack, and X is your strong attack. And I love how they give you this little graphic where it's like, all right, press X once, you do a move. You can press X twice, also does a move, but Or you can press Y, does a move. You can press YX, that does something. YYX, YYYX, YYYX. I just love like, you have 2 buttons to do attacks, but there are, like, I don't know, probably more than 10 combos for each character, even though you only have 2 attacks, and I find that so cool. Also, I love shield surfing as Link. I thought I'd just bring that up. Shield surfing as Link is so much fun. I don't know. I don't know where to put that, so I'm just going to put that here. But I really like how that is. And one thing I don't like as much is the weapon, I don't know, combining system at the, what do you call it? Blacksmith? I don't like that as much just because it's not that interesting. What I find myself doing is just take my highest level weapon for a character and combining it with a couple other low level weapons, and then boom, just big strong weapon. It doesn't take, it's not hard. I don't know if it's going to be different in the full game or if they, like, you know, pay rupees or something to really do it, but I just think it's kind of, I don't know, kind of bland. I feel like they could put maybe a little mini game in there each time you do it. I just don't really find the appeal. I mean, it's nice that your weapons aren't weak forever, but I feel like it'd be cool if they, I don't know, leveled up with you instead of leveling up by fusing them with other weapons. That's eh. That's eh. It's fine though. It's fine. It's still funny. Now let's talk about the map. So the map, I love it. It's pulled straight out of Breath of the Wild, and it's like you might at first think, oh, that's lazy. They didn't recreate the map, but it's so good because, like, people would just get confused if they looked at a different map. They'd be like, oh, what? Why is the map different? What? Okay, I remember going here in Breath of the Wild, but it's not. It looks different. Like, all the places look different, but it's just, I love the map. And the cool thing is, instead of, you know, all the things in Breath of the Wild, it has, like, the quests on it. Which I know I'm just kind of stating the obvious, but I just love the map and stuff. And I also kind of like how the Central Hyrule Tower is, like, your main tower for the game, and it's kind of your hub world, kind of. In Breath of the Wild, your main tower is kind of the Great Plateau Tower. It's the only one you needed to get, and it's also turned into a Super Smash Brothers stage. So I feel like it's the main tower in Breath of the Wild, but definitely the main one in Age of Calamity. It looks like it's going to be the Central Hyrule Tower, which is cool because you actually, in one of the okay, I lied when I said I skipped all the cutscenes. I watched one cutscene, and that was the one where Impa throws the Sheikah Slate, and Link catches it, and the egg comes to life, and the tower erupts. Because that one was at the Tokyo Game Show, and I watched it in Japanese, and when I came across it in the demo, I was like, yeah, I'm going to skip this one, because, I mean, I've seen it in Japanese, so I skip it, and just, I'm able to see it in English now. So, that's the only cutscene I've seen. But, it's so cool that you get to see, like, you know, what kind of the Hyrule kind of looked like without Central Hyrule Tower, and then all of a sudden, it just comes up, and I'm just like, wait, the tower, which tower? Oh, that's Central Hyrule Tower, because I'm like, which tower is that? Then I remember, I'm like, okay, they're near Hyrule Castle. Has to be Central Hyrule Tower. It's called Central Hyrule Tower, right? No, it's called, I think it might be called Central Tower. I'm not sure. I'm very dumb. I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm very dumb. Am I loud? I might not be loud enough. Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. You know, we're fine. What else do I have to say about the demo? Okay, so they basically let you play Chapter 1 of the game in the demo, which was fun. I liked how Chapter 1 was made up of 2 little levels. I liked that. And then you're about to go to Chapter 2, which looks like it's made up of 4 levels. What my question is I wonder what the average number of levels will be in each chapter, and also how many chapters will there be in total. So, okay, before the game comes out, my prediction of the number of chapters is going to be around 10. And there's going to be about 3 levels in each chapter. Because in Chapter 1, we know there's 2. And it looks like in Chapter 2, there's going to be 4 levels. Basically, just do average. You got 4 plus 2 divided by 3. By 2. Divided by 2 is 3. So I'm going to say around 3 levels per every chapter. Meaning that we'll get around 30 different levels to play in Age of Calamity, which is going to be so cool, and yeah, I love that. I love that. I love that. We had so much. Like in Hyrule Warriors, the original, people have said they put thousands of hours in that game. I've never actually owned the original Hyrule Warriors. I plan to in the past. Like I plan to get it for probably Christmas this year. Maybe I was gonna get it for my birthday a couple like months ago, but I just never ended up getting it. I was gonna get it for Christmas, but then this game was announced, and I was like, okay, well, I want for both games, I want my first reaction to be recorded on a playthrough, and I feel like having two Hyrule Warriors games, like Let's Plays at the same time, would just get confusing. So I'm gonna hold off on getting the original Hyrule Warriors for a little bit. Kind of went on a rant there. What I was trying to say was, I know in the original Hyrule Warriors, you could put thousands of hours in that game. It was so big, it took so long to 100% it. It was just a very, there's so much to do. I hear it gets a bit repetitive, but there's just so much to do. And I like that. I don't know if you know this, but I'm a completionist. I posted a video before of me 100%ing Mario Odyssey. I got every moon in that game. I'm working on Breath of the Wild. You'll probably see a video of that in the future. I have, let's see, I have every shrine, every tower. That's not as impressive. I have done all the side quests, all the shrine quests, all the main quests, all the, let's see, what else have I done? I got all the 3 medals for Hinox's, Talus's, and Lionel's. I got all the horse armor. I completed the Hyrule Compendium. And basically the only things left for me to do is finish the Trial of the Sword, which that sounds like that came out 2 years ago. How have you not finished that? I've done the first and middle trials. I'm still working on the hard ones. Okay. I need to get all 900 Koroks, and I need to visit every location in the game. Other than that, it's 100% complete, Breath of the Wild. So, obviously, I put hundreds of hours into that game. I'm ready to put hundreds of hours into Age of Calamity. I want to see how similar it is to Hyrule Warriors in the aspect you can grind over and over again, and, you know, it's just, there's a lot, and how similar it is to Breath of the Wild. Both in terms of completion, I want to see if Age of Calamity is more like, you know, grindy, or is it more like collectibly, like how many Koroks will be in this game. I swear, when I saw, it was like a Nintendo Trios Live thing, when they first showed that Koroks were going to be in Age of Calamity, I yelled at my screen in anger, because I knew that I was going to have to collect every Korok again. Hopefully there aren't 900 this time. Hopefully. But I just really want to see what direction it goes in. Is it going to be really grindy, or is there just going to be, I don't know, shrines be? I don't know. That's getting into more speculation. I kind of want to just give my thoughts on the demo, so I'm getting a little off topic. But let's talk about something else. What else is in the demo? What else is in the demo? Give me a minute. I'm not editing this, so you might have to skip ahead a couple seconds before I think of anything. The demo. I've played it on normal and very hard. Oh, the little, oh, okay. Let's talk about the, what is it? What are they called? The services. Basically, you can pay, like, you can give people your, materials, I guess. And in exchange, they will basically open up a shop, and you can basically buy things from the shop. I wonder what that's going to be, because I feel like the only reason you would want to buy things is so you can get the materials to open up other shops, so you can buy things from there to get the materials to open up other shops. And it gets kind of repetitive. There's also some things where you can just basically, you can give them materials and then they give you like an extra combo instead. So maybe that's what I think. Like, you get a bunch of materials. Is that really all it's used for? Is for just opening up services and like shops and other stuff? I don't know. It doesn't, as of just playing the demo, it doesn't look like it's gonna be that much of, you know, the game, which is kind of, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so out of the two levels that they gave us, one was Central Hyrule, which was, you know, like near the castle, and the other one was the road to. It wasn't Hatino Tech Lab, but it was a tech lab. I forget which tech lab it was. It's not there in Breath of the Wild, but the tech lab, I guess the tech lab was destroyed between Age of Calamity and Breath of the Wild, and so I'm gonna be honest here. I preferred the first one, which was the one where you know, you're in near the castle, just because I feel like it was more fun. Like I don't know, maybe I experienced it first and I thought it was better, or like I liked they gave you 3 outposts from the start, and they were like, go to these 3, and I didn't go to those 3 at first. I don't know. Maybe the layout was better. I don't know. I just maybe I was probably okay. This is it. It's probably like the scenery. I love, you know, looking at beautiful things, and it was so, the grass was so green, the sky was so blue in that level, and then the second level, there wasn't really any grass, or I forget the color of the sky in that, but it's probably still was blue. But I just feel like it was nicer to look at with my eyes in the first level than the second one, so I probably like that one more. And also, it's the only cutscene I've seen. It contains the only cutscene I've seen, so I don't know. I like that more. We'll talk about runes. Runes in the game in Age of Calamity are going to be different than in Breath of the Wild, especially Cryonis, because now you don't have to have water to use Cryonis, which is like, okay, in Breath of the Wild, I found myself using Cryonis the least, even though it was like one of the 4 main runes. And in this game, I'll probably use Cryonis a lot more because it's not restricted to water-based areas. So that's definitely an upgrade for Cryonis. I'm proud of it. What looks to be my least favorite rune is Magnesis, because you can basically use bombs, Cryonis, and stasis on enemies anytime. Magnesis, you need a metal object. Either they're carrying a metal weapon, or there's a metal box nearby that just happens to be there. And that's the only way you can use Magnesis, which I feel like it was my problem with Cryonis in Breath of the Wild. You can only use it in water-based areas. It would be cool if, I don't know, Link was always carrying a fork on him, and he would use Magnesis, slap him with a fork. And if an enemy does have a metal weapon, or there is a metal crate nearby, then that's what the Magnesis would target. But if there isn't that, he'd pull out his handy-dandy fork. I feel like that'd be cooler. Not cooler. That wouldn't be cool at all. It's just a fork. That wouldn't be cool. But I feel like that would make Magnesis a little more useful. I like bombs. Take that out of context, and it's a totally different sentence. I like the bomb rune in Age of Calamity, because it's so fun just chucking bombs, and there's not a, well, how do I phrase this? There's not a time limit between bomb to bomb, but once the animation's over, there is a limit, like a recharge. A recharge, and that's fun. Just spewing bombs at enemies. You couldn't do that in Breath of the Wild because there was a recharge between, you know, using bombs. And I think, if I recall correctly, you can only use circle or sphere bombs, I guess, in Age of Calamity. I wonder if will cube bombs make an appearance in the game? I don't know. Maybe they have, and I'm dumb, but I don't remember Link using them. Oh no, probably. Okay, I just remembered that. Okay, I just remembered something. Each character uses runes differently. So, Link's bomb animation, where he just chucks bombs at people, not the same as Zelda's. Zelda's bomb animation, she puts out this little, I don't know what you call it, it's kind of like a robot spider, and basically can spit out bombs from the top. That's cool. I like that. I like how, like, you can tell I played Link the most, because that's the one I just defaulted to. But, I just really like how that's how it is. And I just feel like there's more of a reason to pick a character beyond just their moveset, like their simple Y and X moves, and, you know, their aesthetics. Like, Mifa's my favorite champion, if you watch the Champions video, which you should. Mifa's my favorite, and I'm probably gonna pick her the most, but I feel like it's cool that, how do I phrase this? it's cool that I'm not just picking Mifa just because, you know, she's Mifa, and also I like how she uses her trident and stuff. I can also pick her because maybe her runes are a bit, you know, different, and I don't know, the rune abilities are better for Mifa. I don't know, I haven't played as Mifa because you can't in the demo, but maybe she is. Also, Cryonis, where in Lynx moveset, you know, you basically build a Cryonis block to stop an enemy, when, like, hopefully, you know, charging enemies it'll stop usually. But I love Impa's, where she just gets on a Cryonis block and starts, I don't know, magic carpet riding around. It's really funny. I'm not good at it because I'm not good at Impa. I haven't found the really good uses for it, but it's just so funny where she just goes on an ice block and just moves around. It's so funny. It's so funny. The cooldown between runes, though, they executed it well. In Breath of the Wild, there was a cooldown for each rune, which made more sense in the context of that game. Well, not context, but like when playing the game, it made sense that each rune had its own cooldown, and it wasn't just one big cooldown. Because if you wanted to stasis an enemy, then hit it with a bomb, you could do that, and it wouldn't make sense if, oh, I stasis an enemy, I can't do anything with my bombs though until the stasis is up, because that wouldn't make sense. But in Age of Calamity, you use a rune, you can't use another rune until, like, any other rune, until the recharge is up, which is better in that game because it's really like a special attack. Kind of, I don't know how to describe it. Like, it's kind of like, it's not a special attack, but it's like, how do I phrase this? You basically have to, you know, you can only use one rune every now and again, and not now and again. They recharge pretty fast. But I'm saying that it makes more sense why they all recharge. They have one recharge instead of 4 different recharges. So if you hold down R, I think it's R. It might not be R, but if you hold down R, you get your rune selection. If you hold down L, you get your, what do you call them? Wands from the Wizrobes. And to be honest with you, Wizrobes, I never really paid much attention to them in the game because they only drop, once you kill them, they only drop their little wand things, or their rods, I think they're called. And I didn't use them because, for the most part, I was pretty, my weapons were pretty good, and the rods compared to them weren't very good. I already had fire weapons and ice weapons, why would I need a rod to do it? In this game, it looks like Wizrobes, well, not Wizrobes, but, you know, these rods, the Wizrobe rods, are taking a bigger, I don't know, part. And I really like them because basically, if you're like getting like bombarded by a moblin, like a moblin's coming after you, really smashing you down, and you like need him to stop, you basically take out your rod, and then basically if you hit him with, I don't know, a fire rod, he will be burned, and he won't be able to move for a little bit, which really helps if, you know, in very hard mode, when there are like 3 moblins, and I gotta get them off of me, so I basically, you know, use that. That's really nice. That's really nice. It really helps put the gauge down, the little yellow thing. I don't know. I just find that very useful. And I think that's where we're going to end it for today's Zelda week. I don't know if the Breath of the Wild Part 14 is going to be released before or after this. If it's before, go watch it now or else. If it's released after, then make sure to hit that smash that subscribe button so you don't miss. And no, wait, no. You gotta ring the notification bell so you don't miss when Breath of the Wild Part 14 gets released. And hey, even if it's already released, hit the bell anyways, because then you get tomorrow's day for Zelda Week, and I have a video planned for you tomorrow, which is kind of like the Champions Ranked video I did on day 1. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And I had fun making it because I just kind of got to rant by myself. Not rant, but I kind of just got to talk to myself about Age of Calamity, which I'm so excited for. I cannot wait for the game. I love Breath of the Wild so much, and just to think that we get to learn what happened during the Calamity is just such a cool concept, and I didn't think it would happen, but it did. It's happening, and I can't wait. See you guys tomorrow.